me. I will share the screen and
Crede da porudi regulă în ideală.
Can you guys hear me now? आपको मेरी आवाज सुन पा रहे हैं आप?
जी
जी
सर
सर सुन पा रहे हैं।
जी अफाक भाई सुन रहे हैं आपको हम।
Thank you very much. So nice of you. So let's start our session without any delay. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. A very warm welcome all of you in this uh, webinar regarding the ISO 19011 auditing techniques. So lots of people was asking us, requesting us regarding to arrange a specific webinar related to auditing because we are conducting our lead auditor courses on regular basis. So this is an ultimate opportunity that people will understand that how audit has been taken place and what are the principle of auditing. Auditing is very important part of ISO standard. I mean, when we implement the ISO standard, auditing is the first part which we need to verify. Auditing is a tool to verify the implementation of ISO standards. Let me introduce myself. Most of you already know me. My name is Afaque Ahmed. By qualification, I am Master's in Business Administration, having almost 14 years of experience in auditing and training, conducting more than 500 training of lead auditor courses. I am conducting regular training since 2014. Previously, I was working with different certification bodies. So auditing and training, consulting, this is my core responsibility. And today we are representing the Global Consulting Private Limited. Global Consulting Private Limited is one of the renowned training and consulting firm having offices in different countries and dealing with multiple accreditations, and it's a reliable training partner. So these are the accreditation and certification I have. I am approved trainer from CQI and IRCA, approved trainer from PCB. As far as Pakistan is concerned, I'm approved in SMEDA. I'm approved trainer in Examprep Global, and the list goes on. So let's start the session without any delay because I know you guys are waiting for me. I was stuck in the traffic. I'm really apologize for that. It should be start 30 minutes earlier. So let's start our session. This is the webinar in which we will focus the auditing part. If you want to ask anything, we love to answer your question. However, there is a Q&A session in the end of the session, but still we can take your question within the session as well. So learning is not an spectator sport. This is one of very important quote. I request everyone to please mute the mic until and unless you will ask anything. There is a person who is with the iPhone. I request them to please mute yourself so that everyone will attend the session.
Tayo, puta na. Baka kami din gabi.
All right. So thank you very much, guys. Let's move on. We will learn a very important part, that we will unlearn all the obsolete practice which we think that we are following the session, and that is a part of the session. We need to unlearn all the obsolete things, and we need to relearn the management system, which is ISO 19011, and we have to follow the rebuild the management system. So there are so many obsolete things which we follow during the training or during the audits. So today we will follow the standard, which is ISO 19011. But before that, let me introduce yourself that when we conduct or training or audit or implement anything, if we follow the ISO standard, it is this clause is very important because there is a requirement of shall. So when there is a word shall, it means it is mandatory. So shall indicates the requirements. It's a mandatory requirement. If you and you can, you can saw these particular shall word in every ISO standard. Shall mean mandatory. So when you read the word shall, it indicates the requirement. Then we have should, may, and can, that is obsolete. The standard, which is ISO has multiple standard, including ISO 14001, 45001. ISO has more than 25,000 standard right now. So if you come across the ISO.org website, you can review all the ISO standards, right? But some of the very famous standards are quality management system, which is ISO 9001, 45001, 27, and 22301. Today is the guideline which is we follow, that is 19011. 19011 is basically the auditing guideline, the specific guideline which is auditing, which tells us that how to conduct audit, what are the pre-audit activities, what are the post-audit activities, and what are the activities which we need to follow during the audit. So either you have rich experience in quality, safety, environment, and other disciplines, but it's a mandatory requirement that you need to you need to be certified on 19011. Why? Because 19011 give us the idea, tells us the story that how to conduct audit, what are the principle of auditing. If we identify the methodology behind the audit, that is PDCA: plan, do, check, and act. And same 19011, which is currently available in the version which is 2018. So 2018 is the latest version of ISO 19011. So worldwide certification bodies at least 50%, and this is the you can understand the significance of this standard, that if you are pursue your career in the standard in the ISO standards, this is the standard, this is the main guideline which you need to follow. So still, if you are not certified on 19011, you need to certified on 19011 because that is a mandatory part. In ISO auditing, we mainly conduct 3-layer audit. First layer is the legal requirement. Second layer is the ISO requirement. Third layer is company self-made procedure. So when we conduct the ISO standard, that is related to document and records, both sides, right? We will review the documents and we will identify, verify the record as well. So how we can identify that which clause talk about the ISO standard related to the document and which is the record. It is a very important, very easy way to understand this. If you read the standard and you come across with the ISO standard in which it is written that shall maintain refer to documents. It means the requirement required to prepare a document, which is we also known as procedure, SOP. And if there is a line written in the standard, shall retain. So retain is basically refer to the records, right? Then there is a very familiar term, and you have reviewed this particular, and you must have heard this particular non-conformity word. You come across so many times. NC, auditor raised the NC, auditor did not raise the NC, auditor raised unjustified NC. So now we need to understand what is non-compliance. NC stand for non-conformity or non-compliance. Non-compliance means non-fulfillment of requirement, right? So when we talk about the non-conformity, it is important that organization shall evaluate the mandatory requirement as well as ISO requirement and company self-made procedure, right? So if we talk about identify that that we need to evaluate that if you are partially non-compliance, if you are partially non-compliance of any three layer, as we discussed, it's a three-layer audit: legal, ISO standard, and the company's self-made procedure. So any partial non-compliance is non-conformity. I also stated it incomplete work. For example, if you make a procedure but you haven't completed, you haven't prepared for it, so that is minor non-conformity. Then there is a major non-conformity as well, which it means major non-conformity is completely non-compliance of any ISO requirement, legal requirement, or company's self-made procedure. So these are the things which we need to understand, that non-conformity is non-fulfillment of the requirement. So requirements come from legal, ISO, or self-made procedure. So that is non-conformity. I hope it is clear. When we conduct audit, and when you appear in our lead auditor courses and you pass the exam, when you also appear in the exam, give me just 1 minute. Let me have a water. Give me just 1 minute. So when you are following the ISO standard, and when an auditor conduct the audit, auditor give you the feedback, and that feedback is called as audit finding. So audit finding is basically the auditor feedback. It could be positive, it could be improvement, it could be improvement. Remember, it could be positive, it could be improvement. So either auditor will identify your non-compliance, or if he will not raise the non-compliance, he will identify or suggest you, again, inverted comma, suggest you the OFI, opportunity for improvement, that how you can improve from this point. So non-conformity is basically non-fulfillment of requirement. But what is OFI? If you fulfill the requirement, but still you need to come out of it, you need to go raise your bar of compliance. So auditor will suggest you. Why auditor will suggest you? Because auditor having a rich experience. When we are the auditor, and when any auditor, they have three kind of you can say that knowledge: common knowledge, industry knowledge, and expert knowledge. So when an auditor conduct your audit, he must have the experience to conduct audit near or less so many company which is having same kind of business which is you have. So the auditor will identify the opportunity for improvement. Yes, Mr. Mansha Rahman raised his hand.
Yeah, yes, sir. I have a question. During my previously attending classes of ISO 9001, there was clearly mentioned by our trainer that auditor is not allowed to give any suggestions.
if you talk about OFI is not a suggestion, advice. If organization will accept it, his particular wish, but there is no bounding. Suggestion is something you must need to do it. That is suggestion. Suggestion, OFI is opportunity for improvement. The auditor will identify that how you can improve yourself. For example, let me very clear over here. Still we have 2025 and we are conducting the audit, and most of the companies managing their management system documents with the paper. So when we go to their site for the conducting the audit, they give us so many files. And when we ask anything that please show me this document, they said this is the document, this is the file. So we accept that procedure in paper form, but still in the end of the audit, we suggest them to record or to maintain their documents in a digital form. But if the company will not follow it, we will not raise the NC in second audit. Why? Because it's an opportunity for improvement. Why? Because ISO has not make it mandatory as a digital documentation. So there is no requirement for digital documentation still in ISO. So that is the reason I suggest organization to OFI. In the last particular 2 or 3 years, even we are conducting the quality audit, we identify organization to consider whether means the rain part, the unstable weather condition as an internal external issue. But still companies not following us. Now if you can review the upcoming standard, the environmental changes are mandatory part of every ISO standard. So climate change, yes, climate change is an ideal word to speak. So as an auditor, either you will identify non-conformity, either you will identify opportunity of improvement. The suggestion which you are talking about, that is related to corrective action. That what happens, sometimes auditee take corrective action and ask the auditor, please suggest how we can make it correct. So when other auditor will come, they will said, okay, we take the corrective action from taking advice from Afaque. So one auditor accepted, one auditor not accepted. So still OFI is the other side of that particular suggestion. So in this webinar, we will discuss the audit definition, principle of auditing, and types of audit, right? Then if you talk about 19011, principle of auditing, managing an audit program, conducting an audit, and compliance of evaluation of the auditor. These are 4 mandatory and important part of this particular standard. When we talk about audit, so still I have been in this industry almost 15 years, but still when I called when my mother said to anyone that my son is an auditor, the other people think that I'm a financial auditor. So let me very clear to you, either we are financial auditor, either we are compliance auditor, both work nearly same way, right? So audit is 2 types: financial audit and compliance audit. Financial audit are transaction based audit, and the compliance audit, which is we call it ISO audits, is sample based audit, right? So audit is, if we talk about the audit definition, it's a systematic, independent, documented process for obtaining objective evidence and evaluating it objectively to determine the extent to which the audit criteria are fulfilled. So systematic means is a step-by-step activity. Audit is not kind of a thing that I am free today and I just called my friend, okay, tomorrow is your audit. No, it's a systematic process. The company will need to contact us as a client. We need to have some documentation need to be completed, and after that we will conduct the audit. So it's a systematic process. It means it deals with step by step. Number 2 is independent. So when we talk about audit, it's an independent activity. We conduct this activity without any without any external pressure, right? So let me very clear with you. We will not accept as an auditor as an external pressure. Number three, it's a documented process, means audit is not a verbal thing. There is a difference between audit and inspection. So we need to identify that whenever we conduct audit, we need to document it. So the document which we need to prepare is audit report, right? Audit report is basically a kind of a formal document which an auditor prepare after the audit, and it consists some kind of a component which we need to fulfill. But in the audit, we conduct obtaining objective evidences. So objective evidence could be interview, objective evidence could be the calibration, testing, verification, and maintenance, the records, documented information, or any legal requirement. So evidence and audit criteria. So whenever we conduct audit, we will not conduct audit as per our wish. We need to conduct audit as per the criteria. And what is criteria? The criteria is basically the standard which we need to follow to conduct audit. So that is criteria, right? Then we have audit evidence. Audit evidence is basically a kind of a evidence which stated the record, statement, facts, other information, which is relevant to the audit criteria. So any record, any information which is not related to the standard, which is not justified with the standard requirement, that will not accept as an audit evidence, right? So there are three types of audit when we talk about ISO audit. Number one, first party audit. Number two, second party audit. And number three, third party audit. The first party audit is basically the internal audit. So when your employee conduct audit to your own department, own organization, that is internal audit, right? In the internal audit, we review the organization's audit, we review the management system, we review the company's procedure, policies. So internal audit is basically, you cannot audit as an auditor, you cannot audit to your own process. For example, I belongs to audit and training department. I cannot conduct audit to my own department, my own processes. I will conduct audit to operations department, marketing department, procurement department, maintenance, warehouse, right? So cross-functional audit is basically, you can say that except, but you cannot, because there is an partiality requirement. Second party audit, which is very common, and after 2026, I think I'm no one, but still how the worlds move on. Second party audit will becoming a mandatory part of vendor qualification. So if you want to qualify as a vendor to any big company, you need to pass their audit. Simple as that. This is my prediction on the basis, on the basis of you can say that my knowledge and my current review on the current scenario. So second party audit is a supplier audit, means when you conduct audit to your interested parties like supplier, vendor, and the outsourcing agent, contractors, some contractors like this. So in order to require the management system, we need to identify that the management system is incomplete without having good supplier. And second party audit give you a helping hand to identify the good supplier, like Aramco, like SABIC, Unilever, Kraft Food, Pizza Hut. So many companies, they are choosing their vendor supplier on the basis of second party audit. Even the ADNOC as well. So the point is, if you pass their audit, you will be their vendor. If you will not pass your audit, you cannot being their vendor. Third party audit is a legal regulatory certification audit. Third party audit is a specific audit to the certification body. So if you contact to the any specialized third party certification audit that is related to the legal, regulatory, certification, auditing, that is third-party audit, like SGS, Bureau Veritas, Intertech, TUV, list goes on. Every country has so many certification body. But remember one thing: certification body must be certified on 17021. So ISO specify themselves as well as a certification body. If you want to be a certification body, you need to certified on 17021 standard. That is standard for the certification body. So again, first party audit, internal audit, second party audit is a supplier audit, and third party audit is basically the regulatory audit. As an organization, regulatory audit is important. So mandatory in some of the regions like GCC countries, even in Pakistan, in pharma industry, regulatory audit is, and even in the oil and gas, regulatory audit is kind of a mandatory thing to be followed. These are very important things which we need to follow. If you want to be an auditor, these are the personality traits. These are the important principles which we need to follow. Number one, integrity. Number two, fair presentation. Number three, due professional care. Number four, confidentiality. Number four, independence. Number six, evidence-based approach. And number last, seven, risk-based approach. So if we talk about the one by one, so let me start with the integrity part. So what is integrity? Integrity is in honesty, is an openness, unbiased attitude. As an auditor, sometimes you need to conduct audit to your favorite person, so your friend maybe, and sometimes you need to conduct audit to your most unlike person. I mean, I will not specify, but sometimes it's happen. I mean, you are the auditor, you need to conduct audit so many companies. So sometimes there are some people which you will not like, but still you need to conduct the audit for their particular company. But there is an honesty include in that. So as an auditor, you need to be very clear, you need to be very honest. I mean, you need to be unbiased attitude during the audit, because sometimes people will want to give you some extra favor, some kind of a bribe or some kind of a protocol. Then they want to have a relaxation of the audit. You have, I mean, absolutely not. You cannot facilitate them. So you need to follow the criteria. Simple as that. Right. The next is the fair presentation. Fair presentation means you need to fairly present all the findings. Either you are finding minor non-compliance or either you are finding the major non-compliance. In both cases, you need to follow the same way. I mean, if there is a minor mistake, communicate it as a minor mistake. When it is a major mistake, communicate it as a major mistake, right? So minor mistake means we need to follow. I mean, minor. When we talk about minor, is incomplete work. So we need to talk with the QHSC team, safety team, or the compliance or quality assurance team that this is the minor non-compliance, and I'm sure that you need to take corrective action effectively. But if it is a major non-compliance, it means the audit considered to be failed. Your certificate is auditor will not recommend you for the certificate. So there is a requirement that in the major NC you need to communicate it to the top management. So sometimes there is a minor NC, and auditor emphasize or exaggerated in a very heavy voice, pressurize to the auditee that this is an important clause. If you are not following it, then how I can understand that what are you doing since 6 months that you are your implementation is zero. So just because of one mistake, you are, as an auditor, you are not allowed to say anything. If it is minor, say it is a minor NC and you need to take a corrective action. And sometimes it's a major NC, and auditor will just leniently communicated that it is not a big deal. I'm here to facilitate them. So no need to facilitate. The company need to identify how they can improve, how they can fulfill that major NC. Number three is due professional care. Auditing is a very professional attitude. I mean, a very professional business. So whatever you will see, whatever you will speak, whatever you will interact, you need to be very professional. I mean, you need to use a very appropriate word. You need to be punctual. You need to be honest. You need to be humble, right? You need to be, you will either in front of you, people will, enjoy with you, they will appreciate you. You need to create a boundary, and you are not allowed to go out of the boundary, because you are the auditor. Auditor is kind of I always said auditor is basically a driving seat. If they will hand over the steering towards the auditee, the audit will be demolished. Number 4 is confidentiality, which is very, very important, because as an auditor, you come across with sometimes very confidential things, and sometimes auditee explain you regarding the future plan, the objective, and by the way, objective is the part of the ISO standards as well, clause 6.3. So the point as an auditor, whatever you will see, whatever you will evaluate, you will use that information only for the audit purpose, not necessarily for the personal purpose. Do not, you are not allowed to take unnecessary pictures. You are not allowed to share any status or any picture of inside the site to the Facebook or LinkedIn. So you are not allowed to say communicate anything to out of the people, out of the boundaries, out of the external people as well. Why? Because organization has some confidential data, and when organization give the business to your certification body or to your company, they sign a proper protocol, which is NDA, non-disclosure agreement. So if you disclose, if you are not following the requirement of NDA, maybe they will take you into the court, right? Number 4 is independence. As an auditor, you need to conduct the audit in a very independent way. Independence is very important. You need to conduct the independence way. And evidence-based decision making means whatever you will see, whatever you will evaluate, the decision you will take as per on the basis of evidence. Not just that I am saying it, you are not supposed to challenge me. As an auditor, if you are not justify your finding with the with the ISO requirement, you cannot give it as a non-compliance. Simple as that. Whenever I am the lead auditor, uh, even before communicating any non-compliance to the auditee, I clearly ask to my team that please, when you raise the NC, take necessary evidences. If you have good evidence to justify your non-compliance, I will accept. If you will not have the relevant evidence to show, to prove that is non-compliance, sorry, we will not accept it. So because nowadays, now all the ISO audits, ISO standards are risk-based approach. Risk-based approach is basically, risk-based approach is the critical thinking of an auditor, that what are the critical areas related to quality, safety, energy, health and safety, business continuity, information security, whatsoever the standard. So it is important that the auditor, because as I discussed with you, auditor has 3 kind of knowledge. Common knowledge, which is we all know. Industry knowledge, every industry is operational system. Number 3 is the expert knowledge, right? So this is the 7th principle of the auditing. By the way, these are the audit definition, which you can see or you can evaluate it. Right. So if we discuss, yes, give me just 1 minute. If we discuss till now, if you have any question, you can ask. Otherwise, we will go towards further. अगर कोई सवाल यहाँ तक है तो जरूर पूछ लें. So now just 2 slides remaining, in which we need to identify the auditor responsibility and audit cycle, right? Then we will start the Q&A session. So auditor responsibility, number 1, review information. Whenever auditor will be having any information to conduct audit training, the first thing auditor responsibility is review information. But what kind of information do we need to review? Number 1, auditor will review the information where I need to conduct audit. I mean, either it is food company, either it is the chemical manufacturer, oil and gas, any industry. I mean, to review the industries first. Number two, the audit criteria. Or it is important that auditor, after evaluating the company's information, the auditor will review either he or she has the competence of to conduct audit. For example, I request you to please mute yourself. We will give you a proper time to ask question. Right. So review information is very important. And if an auditor unable to review the information effectively, he is not supposed to do, I mean, he is not supposed to conduct audit, because review information is reviewing the company requirement, company details, the scope of work, the nature of business. Number two, the standard which I need to conduct audit. I mean, for example, if I'm not certified on ISO 55000 asset integrity, so how I can conduct audit if I'm not certified on that? So as an auditor, you need to review the information prior to the audit. For example, 9, 14, 45. This is my core core standards. So number four is date and time of the audit. That when I need to conduct audit and what will be the time. These are the information. Why? Because on the basis of review information, auditor will prepare two documents, and that is we call it work document. Work documents are those documents which we prepare before conducting the audit. Like the first is audit plan, and the second is the checklist. Audit plan and checklist we prepare before conducting audit. Number three is compile, communicate audit requirement. So if you have any audit requirement, you need to communicate. You need to communicate to the auditee. For example, if you required Zoom ID, you need to communicate. If you required the internet, which is now mandatory because all of the ISO standard are and nowadays a kind of an online, like we need to make a report then and there with the passage of time. Again, I request to please mute yourself. Thank you. So comply and communicate the audit requirement. And again, it is important that auditor will identify, verify that on the day of audit, it is important that management should be available. It is important that scope of work should be, process activity should be go on as per the requirement. Then it is important that auditor will work and will conduct the audit within the scope. So what is the scope? Scope is basically the geographical and technical boundaries, right? When we conduct audit, we are not supposed to go out of the geographical boundaries set by the auditee. Then we have collect evidence and confirming and non-confirming. When we start the audit, we will review the document. We will check the document implementation compliance in these by visiting the site. We will review the warehouse physically. We will visit to all necessary areas and collect the evidence for confirming and non-confirming. Confirming, and why confirming and non-confirming? Remember one thing. The role of an auditor is not identify the mistake. Role of an auditor is identify the improvement. Simple. So if you want to improve the organization, you need to suggest that these are the improvement criteria. Now, if it is as per the standard, which is not being fulfilled, we mark as a non-compliance. If they compliant it, but in a very Stone Age way, very old way, you can identify the areas of improvement according to the modern era. For confirming evidences for appreciating the company, and non-confirming for identify the non-compliance. By the way, again, the confirming good points is also a part of audit report. Then we need to document the non-conformity, that what was a document which was not implemented, who was the interview provider, and which was the machine, which was the particular standard or guideline which is not being followed. So you need to document the evidence. Then you will prepare the report and report all the evidences, all the finding in the report. But even after you making the report, you will not supposed to stop working on it. Still, that evidences will be very important for you. Why? Because sometime at the time of audit will say you, okay, we accepted, we will work on it, we will work on this particular thing. But after that, but even after the auditee will challenge your report. They have the right to challenge. No, I mean, no need to be harsh if they challenge the report. No issues. But when they challenge the report, your technical manager will definitely ask you, Afaq, what was the evidences you will be having that this particular non-compliances was raised on the audit day. So if you demolish or if you erase or if you misplace the evidences, you cannot prove after the audit. So what is the best practice for it? Even this is my best practice. If you like, you can adapt it. Whenever I conduct audit or whenever I conduct training, I will make a folder in my personal, desktop. For example, if today is a webinar day, I will make a folder in the webinar. So whatever information, whatever document, whatever things I need to collect or I will be having, I will put that particular evidences into the folder. And sometimes you note all the things on the diary. So I click the picture and I drag the picture into that folder. So even if they ask me after the years, that particular document is safe. So safeguard the document is very important. So this is the last slide, accreditation and certification. Accreditation and certification having 3 year cycle. I mean, ISO standards are 3 years audit certification cycle. Stage 1 is basically the first step. After the registration, you will go through the stage 1. Stage 1 audit is a starting audit in which auditee will auditee will prepare the audit plan, audit documents and all that. Auditor will go there, identify the compliance of the legal requirement, the shell requirement, and check the preparedness that how the auditee is ready for stage 2. By the way, who is auditee? Auditee is basically the company who go through the audit process. An auditor is the person who's conducting the audit. So stage 1 audit is also a mock audit, not a mock audit, it's a desktop audit, but still there is no more desktop audit because still in stage 1 audit, we will conduct same kind of protocol, we will visit to the site as well. A stage 2 audit is a stringent audit. I mean, on the basis of stage 1 audit, we will check all the non-compliances in a very detailed way. So in stage 2 audit, auditor will conduct the stage 2 audit very critically, identify the areas of improvement, identify the non-compliances. And if there is a major NC, the auditor will not recommend them for the certificate. If there are minor NC and even multiple minor NC, the auditor asks to the auditee, please suggest to share the corrective action and recommend for the certificate. Once the auditee will recommend for the certificate, they will get the certificate within 4 to 6 week, and after that they can claim themselves as an certification company. I mean certified company of certain ISO standards. But still, in the second year and third year, we will conduct surveillance audit. Surveillance audit is a kind of an audit which is being conducted by the certification body just to verify and check that either the companies fulfill all the requirements on the basis which we are certifying them, or the company just stop compliancing the ISO standard after getting the certificate. If we have a major NC in stage 1 or stage 2 or stage 3, still there isn't suspension of the certificate. But if there is minor NC, again, organization need to submit the corrective action. And after completion of the third year, before 30 or 60 days, the certification body will request you to share the the payments, and they will conduct a recertification audit. Now, recertification audit is a kind of a stage 2 audit. Again, they will check the compliance. If they are satisfied, and they means auditor, and so your certificate will be again a 3-year cycle. So again, I'm sure you will not get bored and you will not get frustrated from my presentation. That's all from my side. Let me take the Q&A session. If you have any question, you can ask me, or you can ask even later as well by, you can email us to our team. So they will facilitate you. Any question, guys, one by one, if you can take some questions. Maybe related to.
Assalamualaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam.
Sir, how are you? Fine?
I'm fine, thank you.
Sir, can we get this presentation?
You can take this presentation from our video. This is a licensed presentation, right? So whenever we will share the recording, and whenever you want to, because this presentation is useless because without my voice.
Yes,
Right.
yes. But sir, where it will be shared? On which platform?
We will share the link with you, link of recording.
Link
Right.
in group.
Yes, in group as well.
Okay, thank you.
Yes. Any question, guys?
Assalamu alaikum, sir.
Walaikum assalam.
Sir, I have a question. Whenever we are making audit of HSC, so what major categories should we cover?
Categories should be covered definitely. If we talk about the conducting of audit of safety, the safety standard
Yes,
is
I'm talking about site audit. Actually, I have an experience of as HSC manager, so I want to make it clear.
yes. So if first of all, I think your name is Sadia. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So Sadia, first of all, you need to clear that what standard you need to verify at site, because safety is a universe, right?
Sir,
And you
I want to know if it's an internal audit.
either it is internal audit, either it is external audit. You need to set a criteria first. Criteria could be ISO standard, ISO 45001. Criteria could be your self-made checklist, right? So, but not one by one. So normally when we conduct audit to site, we will check the compliances of the maintenance, we check the operational department. But sometimes if we see the wrong things, we cannot claim it is non-compliance until and unless we have the criteria. Because when we identify the non-compliance, we need to set a criteria, that what criteria we need to follow.
Okay, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
So if you want to conduct your audit, you can conduct audit, but criteria should be there. Sometimes you conduct audit on the basis of safety management system. So all shell requirement. Sometimes you conduct audit on the legal requirement. So you need to set the criteria, because the criteria you will set, you will communicate to the auditee as well, because it is not a surprise audit. It's a volunteer audit.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Assalamu
You're
alaikum, sir.
welcome. Walaikum assalam.
Sir, when we are going for audit for any company, we inform them we are coming for audit. Okay.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
In 1 week or 10 days, they are the one work hard very, and after 10 days, they are become normal. So they are not, they are only preparing for because we want only certification. Journal as a journal or as a common practice. They need only certification for this one. For this reason, they are working for maybe this before audit 1 week or 10 days like this. They are working maybe 24 hour, 18 hour like this. So get only certification. After certification, they will keep all the things on side. They will not just, but when audit become, they are doing the same practice. My question is this: why we are not allowed to surprise audit for this?
Why we are not allowed to surprise audit? Very good question. And inshallah, maybe possible next few days, I will be visiting Geneva to meet the general manager of ISO. I will raise this voice over there. But that is a joke. Give me, I categorize your answer into two things. Remember, my dear brother, Mr. Muhammad Rashid Ishaq, we are not a policeman, we are the auditor. Right? Number one, the role of an auditor is to improve their management system. It's a voluntary standard. It's a voluntary standard. If an organization would like to acquire it, take it, it is good. But if an organization would not want to take it, there is no legal requirement on that. Mostly ISO requirement comes from customer side. Mostly import-export side, customer side, tender requirement, right? So remember one thing, may be possible and surprise audit in the safety and environment may be possible in new versions 2026. Maybe they have the guidelines, because how to conduct audit is basically decided by IAF, International Accreditation Forum. And your question is, if a company after getting the certificate they behave normally, and normally means non-compliantly.
Yes.
So there is a surveillance audit. If we will review the documents once again from all clauses, legal requirement and all that. If we find any non-compliances, even major, khalas, we will give them major NC, audit fail. Their certificate will be suspended. Right? So this is very strictly followed. Still, it is nowadays the companies, are taking care of ISO very importantly, because their customer continuously checking their ISO certificate status on online. So if they are not certified, whatever the paper they have, if they are not verifying online on IAF website, they will not get the business, and they will not get the business. They will not work normally.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Most welcome. Yes, guys. Quickly questions. If you want to
Hello.
ask any question in Urdu, most welcome. Hindi, most welcome. English, most welcome.
सर मेरा एक
hello,
क्वेश्चन है कि सेफ्टी ऑडिट में क्या क्या चीजें हमें जो ना
वकास
मतलब
साहब,
देखनी चाहिए ऑडिट्स में
वकास साहब 1 मिनट, आपसे पहले कोई और कुछ कह रहा था, लेकिन वो पूरा नहीं
Hello.
कर पाया। अगर जी
Hello, this
जी
is Umar Zada speaking.
जी उमर,
Actually, I have just one question regarding this ISO 45001 audit criteria. So, if someone is
ISO
conducting or yes, ISO
ISO which
45000,
ISO
45000.
45000. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
If there is anyone conducted or audit, so they're sending us the first before email. So, can we ask for the protocol like criteria?
Criteria is ISO 45001 standard, right? So
Yes.
if हाँ जी, तो if you want to you required ISO 45001 standard before the audit. Is that your question?
Yes. There is a specific protocol that we are following. So can we ask them, the auditor, that they have to provide us the audit protocol, because sometimes we are
What
not
kind of
aligned.
protocol you are talking about, Umar?
ISO 45001, sir. There is
Standard.
Yes.
So you call it as a standard. Protocol is something else. Protocol is not an ISO language. Standard is an ISO language, right? So if you're
Yes, this protocol is actually prepared by according to ISO 45001, sir.
Again, protocol is not an ISO standard word. Let me clear once again. I think you are talking about the standard requirement which auditor will verify at the time of audit. Is that your question?
Yes, definitely. Yes.
Marhaba, thank you. So the point is, when your company have signed a contract with the certification body, you can ask them, please send us the ISO 45001 standard. They will give you the PDF file, and then you will review the requirement from clause 4 to clause 10, and all clauses will be clear cut mentioned that what are the important activities which we need to follow. But if you ask auditor to share their checklist, they might not share the checklist, because auditor will not there to verify the checklist. Auditor will be there to verify the standard. So you need to implement the standard rather than the specific protocol or specific requirements. But you can ask them for the standard copy.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. And sir,
Yes.
regarding the other question that
Give me
the
just
first
1
stage
minute.
of
Give me just 1 minute. Now the turn goes to Vakas, I think. Vakas, are you there?
Yes, sir. My question is, sir, what is the key element to check in safety audit?
Again, it's the same question raised by Sadia Javed earlier. There is no safety audit. There is a kind of an ISO audit. If so, we need to set a criteria. If there is a safety audit, you need to prepare the checklist before conducting audit, right? But normally, when we conduct occupational health and safety audit, we check all the things which affect on 3 things. Number one, safety of a person, safety of equipment, and goodwill of a company. So anything which is being effect on these 3 elements, we will verify it. This is very appropriate answer. I ask you, we will check PPs, we will check the calibration, but I miss anything. So that will again NC on myself. So everything we will check, but that will affect on 3 things: safety of a person, safety of equipment, goodwill of a company. Simple. But
Okay, thank you, sir.
we need to set a criteria, and criteria is basically that can be checklist, or that can be standard, or that can be your customer requirement as well. Sometimes customer give you the document that you need to comply that, like Aramco give. Yes, Mansha, you just raised your hand.
Yes, sir. I have one question. If we face a conflict between the ISO standard and the policy following by the organization, so what will do, sir?
Non-compliance. We will raise a non-compliance.
Okay, I mean to say that in their eyes that they are complying, but they are not complying the ISO standard.
So they need to check their eyes. Simple. With the good eye specialist. Why? Because we are here to check the compliance of ISO 45001. Because if we are starting accepting their wishes, we cannot give certificate to everyone. Either we have to give certificate to everyone. So why ISO establish their standard? ISO, as an auditor, you will review 3 requirements. Number one, ISO requirement, legal requirement, and company self-made procedure. So any document which they think that they are compliant.
You named three documents. The
Three
company
level of documents.
I mean the procedure. If the company procedure is there is a conflict between company procedure and the ISO. So
it's a non-compliance. Clearly, it's a non-compliance, and you will
Okay.
prove it by communicating the relevant clause. For example, there is a requirement of internal audit. So if a company make anything and they name it as an internal audit, you will not accept it. You will check, because you are the ambassador of ISO. Simple. You need to follow the ISO standard. And there is guys, this is very important statement I need to communicate. That is the reason we promote training. We request people to train your people. We ask the rank professional to train themselves, invest themselves. And that is the reason we conduct 3 lead auditor courses per month. And there are, alhamdulillah, lots of people are enroll in our course. Just they want to understand the ISO requirement. So in order to conduct audit, you need to learn what are the requirements actually. Yes.
Sorry for interruption. Actually, I don't have option of raise hand because I'm using on site. I want to add something. Here's a tip for everyone. If you are conducting somewhere audit, then you can add 3 things. One, the worker. Second, if you are on operational side, then you can conduct audit of those site and condition. And third one, those machines, or if you are on construction site, then you can manage things like that, equipments or site conditions. So you can differentiate like that. Here's a tip: you can make 3 categories. It's equipment, workers, and site condition. So you can make audit very easily. Thank you, and sorry for that. Actually, I don't have option of to raise hand.
Yes, but as per ISO 45001, that is not written everywhere. I'm sorry. So if you are conducting ISO audit, so you need to follow the ISO requirements. Yes, next
Actually,
question.
no. I am just talking about the internal audit for any HSC person or focal.
Actually, this webinar is for internal audit, not for internal audit. It's auditing techniques. So you cannot internal audit maybe for your company it is suitable, but you cannot make it a benchmark, unfortunately. I
Okay,
hope
sir.
you understand it. You cannot make it a benchmark because there are so many, because safety is mandatory requirement of all industry. For internal audit, you can make a practice of reviewing the machine, people, and other thing. It is very good practice. I appreciate it, but as a responsible auditor, I cannot take it as a benchmark. Yes. Any more question, or should we wrap up? Yes. Any more question, or should we wrap up? Last question.
Hello.
Yes.
Sir, actually, I have another question. Whenever the auditor conducting the audit, maybe might be external, maybe the internal, they're asking some questionnaires from the junior labor. So what type of question they can ask from the junior labor? Actually, sometimes they are not capable to pick their question. Nah? So what type of question they can ask from a junior worker?
First of all, when we conduct a specialized auditor course, I always ask my fellow auditors to ask easy question to the worker and make themselves relax. Because sometimes when you ask anything to the worker is not that much literate or not that much understanding the standard. It will be unfair with the worker if we ask them to please give me, or please what is the safety policy, please show me the safety policy, please speak the safety policy. We cannot
Yes,
say
yes.
this.
This
So
is the thing
this
that
is the wrong way. This is the wrong
this
way.
is the thing. This is the thing which I was faced before in the one I did. So that's why I ask you, because they are asking for some standard
When
and they are asking also some
even
company policy. So they are really tough to pick
yes,
their question.
actually the point is that is the reason I asked them. Auditor is a very professional job. You are working with the worker. After 5 minutes, you are working with the top director. You are speaking in the BOG, Board of Governance, Board of Directors. So the point is, auditor has the tendency to flexible for the workers and for the top management. Normally, we ask worker that do you know what kind of personal protective equipment. Even if we are conducting audit to our workers, we ask in their own language. We are not using the English words. And if they are if they are getting timid, we give them relaxed way. I mean, no problem at all. Take 2 minutes, take deep breath, then you can ask. This is the point. I suspend so many auditors because I am a principal auditor. I need to review the auditing techniques of some of the auditor. On that point, I have a zero tolerance. I mean, you are not, because you are not supposed to be army man. You are not supposed to be a policeman. Because the role of an auditor is to facilitate them. You are there to improve their system. You are not there to fail your system. Yes, guys, last question, then we will take the final.
Sir, I have one question. If I am working as a client company, then I will conduct the EPC contractor audit. Then it's possible to conduct also subcontractors audit.
It is in second party audit, the host company will decide and make the procedure, right?
Okay,
So
sir.
if you can prepare a procedure to conduct the audit to your supplier and contractor, so there are two ways. Either you have competent people, you have people who are certified, and in second part you are there, and I mean you can contact to some certified auditor to conduct audit on your behalf. So you can make your
It's mean we are having the third party certification.
Yes, that is the reason you are hiring a third-party certification. And sometimes the certification body, the company will not ask for the second-party audit. They emphasize to their vendor supplier to have certified.
Okay, sir. Thank
So
you,
they
sir.
can save your time.
Hello.
Yes, guys, I hope. Yes.
Assalamu alaikum.
Walaikum assalam.
Sir, I am Mubarak. I have a question that how
Please.
can we know the difference between a major non-conform and minor non-conformance, and what should be our quick response
I
for both?
mhm. I think I answered this question earlier with the slide. Let me speak again once again. Uh, Minor non-compliance is basically partial non-compliance, incomplete work. For example, I give you a homework, and next day when I ask you to submit the homework, uh, you will say that, oh yes, I was working with it, working on it, but I haven't completed. So that is minor non-compliance. But if you are saying that this is not a requirement, I was not aware of that, this is major NC. So as we discussed, auditor will conduct 3-layer audit, ISO audit, the legal audit, and the company's self-made procedure. So partial non-compliance is minor, and completely non-compliance. For example, if you prepare procedure and if you are not following the procedure, that is minor. But if you do not know about the procedure, it's in straight away major NC.
Yes, yes, yes,
So I
absolutely.
hope it is
Procedure.
clear. I answered all the question.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. Hopefully, it was a informative webinar, and I again apologize you to stuck in traffic and you guys waiting for me for 30 minutes. I hope that 30 minutes give you a very good knowledge, and keep learning. You can contact if you have a. In last but not the least, I will ask you one line. Please identify your goal. Please make your objective. If you will not make your objective, that simple as that. Let me very clear you. Maybe you don't like my statement, but this is the ultimate learning of my 15 or 16 years. No one will promote you. No one will support you. No one will give you good increment. You are the one who will promote you. You are the one who will give you a good increment, promotion, and travel all over the world. But everyone would like to change everything, the mobile phone, the house, the standard of living, but everyone would not want to upgrade their knowledge and capabilities. So if I wear this shirt for 80 days, this shirt will ruin my career. Simple as that. If I will be having same kind of certification for rest of the 2000, two years, you will not go. If you want to go outside across the scope, if you want to enhance your capabilities, start investing on your career, start investing on your certification. So our team is there, our career counseling experts are there, our very own Mr. Faizan is there. He will be facilitating you. So thank you very much, guys. May Allah bless you all. Thank you for listening me thank you for being a very wonderful audience. Assalamu alaikum, Faizan Saab, and over to you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Mr. Afaque. Thank you for a very good session. Thank you, Mr. Afaque, for the kind words for me. Very welcome, all of you, in this session. I will not take your time. Hopefully, Mr. Afaque has done this job very well. So, but I am very much assured that Mr. Afaque has delivered his knowledge in a very good way, as usual. So, once again, thank you once again for joining today's webinar. You all are very welcome. As we have committed in our last session on the integrated management system, we are continuing our journey with a series of webinars. Today's webinar is a commitment of that part of that commitment, as we hope, as always, that Mr. Afaque has delivered great value through his presentation. I will take just your 5 minutes, as most of you know, we are providing different certifications, different qualifications uh, from level 2 to level 7 in association with different bodies, OTHM, NBQ, uh, ASP, CSP qualifications, Lean Six Sigma, IOSH, OSHA. But all these things are on the other hand. But our main mission, our goal is not the certifications. We are not here just to sell certificates. Our primary goal is to deliver quality education and in-depth knowledge. With this beginning of the, you can say, with the blessing of the Almighty, we proudly consider ourselves and educators. So we are promoting this culture through free certifications and you can say free webinars. So you can say to date, we have trained around 600 plus lead auditors, and they all are serving at their workplaces in their respective organizations. So, hundred of delegates and hundred of candidates have done level 6 and level 7 qualifications in health, safety, environment, quality, sustainability. Uh, but with through you can say a structured training and mentorship. We are not just giving them the certificates and etc. All are here, have attended all the trainings throughout the 8 or 10 days. So no one can claim that GS is selling the certificates or only giving the certificates. No, we are providing the trainings. We are doing very best on our end. We have our trainers are delivering their knowledge in the you can say in the best way, unlike other in the market who are simply selling webinar certifications and taking money. We consider you our participants and our real assets and ambassadors in the market. We highly value your trust and we are planning to increase the frequency of the seminars and webinars or free certification series in the near future. So in the last, I will just say thank you once again for trusting on us. If you have any question here, if you have any suggestion, if you have any anything you can ask from me as I am representing here as an I own Global Consulting for Safety and Environment Private Limited. You can freely ask anything if you want to improve. If we can improve at our end. Most of the 90% of the delegates that are attending this webinar have attended the whole certifications or whole, you can say, trainings, ISO lead auditor trainings and different trainings from GSC. So I am here. I will listen you. I will you can say I will listen your suggestions. I am here. I am here for you can say next 10 to 15 minutes. So Wahab, please. आपने कैमरा तो नहीं किसी का वो बंद तो नहीं किया हुआ माइक वहाब? वहाब हाँ, किसी का कैमरा आपने वो माइक तो नहीं बंद किया हुआ?
नहीं, किसी का माइक बंद नहीं है, सब इजीली सब अपने क्वेश्चन कर सकते हैं।
ओके
हेलो,
चलिए जी, जो कोई भी अगर कोई क्वेश्चन करना चाह रहा है, कोई सजेशन देना चाह रहा है जीएससी के पार्ट के ऊपर, वो काइंडली सजेशन दे सकते हैं। कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना है आप वो भी पूछ सकते हैं।
sir, I have one question.
जी उमर,
Can you hear me?
yes you are audible.
Is there is any planning for the next webinar? There will be any next webinar coming in the coming days?
Yes, our team will inform you about the series of the webinars that we have already planned. So in the different groups we are already sharing, and you are also added in different groups. So you will get the news related to webinars. Don't worry. Yes, Habibur Rahman.
Sir, how can we collect this certification for this webinar?
Yes. You will get this certificate on your email address. Don't worry.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Yes. Yes. Anyone else?
Sir, we are not getting this certificate is hard copy.
No, dear. Hopefully, in the near future, we will arrange some sort of, you can say, mechanism for the hard copy. But maybe in this time, in the market or in the, you can say, at employer and soft copy will be okay. What you have done with the hard copy?
अस्सलाम वालेकुम।
जी वालेकुम सलाम।
कैसे हैं फैजान साहब, ठीक है?
जी बिल्कुल ठीक।
अच्छा सर, ये कोर्स तो हमने किया, अल्हम्दुलिल्लाह हमने बहुत कुछ सीखा, और स्पेशली आप लोग का जो एनवायरनमेंट है हमारी नॉलेज के हवाले से, फिर आज आपने वेबिनार भी अरेंज किया, आई अप्रिशिएट यू। मेरा क्वेश्चन ये है कि आप लोगों के पास पीएमआई का, स्पेशली पीएमपी का, इस तरह कोई कोर्स है? अगर नहीं है तो उसका क्या प्लान है नेक्स्ट फ्यूचर में? उसका कुछ हो सकता है पॉसिबिलिटी आने का?
बिल्कुल हम फ्रॉम 15th of October पीएनपी एग्जाम प्रिपरेशन सेशन जो है वो स्टार्ट करने जा रहे हैं, ठीक है। और आपको इसकी अपडेट जो है वो ग्रुप्स में और मेरी टीम से जो है वो मिल जाएगी इंशाल्लाह, ठीक है।
एंड लास्ट क्वेश्चन सर, जैसा कि हम इस कोर्स की वजह से आप लोगों के साथ लिंक में आ गए, राब्ते में आ गए, तो आप एक ऐसा ग्रुप में हमारा इंफॉर्मेशन डालो जिसमें आप लोग अगर क्वालिटी के हवाले से या नेक्स्ट एक तरह कोर्सेज लेकर आ रहे हो तो हमारा नंबर ऐड करो, ताकि हमें पता चले इस वेबिनार की या उन कोर्सेज की।
ठीक है, बरकत ठीक हो गया, आपको ऐड कर देते हैं इस ग्रुप में, ठीक है।
थैंक यू सर, थैंक यू।
अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर।
जी वालेकुम सलाम अजीम, कैसे हो आप, ठीक हो?
Alhamdulillah sir, बिल्कुल सर। Sir, I have one question about every week we conduct audit at site. In this situation, what we need to do if repeated every week same observation?
Should I should I reply, sir, if you allow me?
Yes, please.
All right. So what was the criteria? Again, my question is, what was the criteria? What is the requirement that you are checking the same thing on every week?
For example, sir, we conduct audits every week at site. There is a material issue, there is a housekeeping issue, there is some unsafe act issue. Every week, same issue. What we need to do that time as an auditor?
All right. That simple is that. Auditor, if an auditor identify the non-compliance in 1 week, for example, I conduct audit 4th of September, and I raise 3 non-compliance. Then again, when I come next week, I will not conduct audit until and unless I will check the corrective action on these particular 3 things. If you are not like this thing. Simple. Why? Because each audits complement the previous audit. And we follow the same protocol. We conduct IMS webinar. This particular webinar complement previous one. So this is one of the biggest mistake auditor did. If they conduct, I think then auditor is a free person in the company who just need to check. So there is no difference between auditor and the gatekeeper and the security guard. Unfortunately, let me say, because auditor is a very influential person. Why? Because he have 3 knowledge. So if they find any non-compliance, they will make sure that non-compliance will be reviewed by top management. Simple as that. This is the answer.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir, for this.
This is not audit. I think this is the one field observation or.
But still, if it is an observation, if I conduct this kind of observation, I will not allow that person.
Field auditor, sir, is not auditor.
Sometimes a company
only yani as a QC or as a supervisor, you can go every day visit. Audit is not you can make in
I accept it.
weekly yani for this.
Depends again. Even if even it's an observation, my answer will be same. Yes, over to you guys.
Thank you, Mr. Afaque. Thank you. If anyone have another question, then they are free to ask, please. Maybe there is no question. So we will wind up this session. Thank you once again. Thank you, Mr. Afaque. You have delivered a great knowledge with the people. So as usual,
Thank you.
I'm again saying as usual. We have,
All praise of Allah. I would like to request Wahab to please share the GSC official ID in the chat box. So
Sure, sir.
if anyone has any training related query or any feedback, so feedback link can be shared in the, so anyone will be in touch with our team. Thank you. Thank you,
Sure,
Fazansa, for the opportunity. And I wish every people, all are the ambassador of our country. I wish them very best of luck. Thank you. Keep learning, keep shining. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Afaque.
Thank you very
all.
much. Thank you very much.
Thank
for
you,
all of
everyone.
you.
Sir.
Thank
you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir.
Yes,
Thank you,
we
sir.
will
Thank you so much.
see you all in the next webinar very soon.
Inshallah, sir.
Thank you. Thank
Okay,
you.
sir. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Faisal.
Thank
Thank you, Mr. Afaque.
you.